A big game in the rain. We talked to some of the Eagle Valley football team after their big win against Battle Mountain on Friday. Then we take a look at Battle Mountain's softball team after their game against Bessette on Monday. And finally, we catch up with the Vail Mountain School soccer team after their long string of away games. All of this and more here on the Scoreboard. Welcome to the Scoreboard. I'm your host, Maddie Evans. We've got a great show in store for you as we're covering a lot of different sports. We talked with Eagle Valley after they faced off against Battle Mountain in a huge rivalry game, and they took the victory, and we've got some of the players and their stance on it. Then we had the chance to catch up with the Battle Mountain softball team. Now, this is their first season competing and playing in the league, and so it's always fun to kind of follow them and see what they've got going on. The Vail Mountain School soccer team has been away for quite some time, and we had a chance to talk with them about how they feel about all their away games, what's coming up in playoffs, and how they're feeling as that's getting closer and closer. All of this on the Scoreboard. Welcome back to the Scoreboard. I'm your host, Maddie Evans. Friday had quite the action-filled adventure down in Eagle as we saw quite a bit of precipitation continue to roll through, but that didn't stop the fun for the Eagle Valley Devils homecoming game. And not only was it a homecoming game, but it was an inter-county rivalry between Eagle Valley and the Battle Mountain Huskies. Now, Eagle Valley took the win 54-6, defending their home field, and we had a chance to catch up with some of the players, so let's take a look at what they had to say.
We are here with the Battle Mountain Huskies versus Eagle Valley varsity football game today, and we just got one of the players for the Eagle Valley team with us. Could you introduce yourself a little bit?
My name is Julius Peterson. I've played football for 3 years now. This is my third year of actually playing, or second year of actually playing, I should say. And yeah, it's pretty much what I got.
What year are you?
I'm a senior, sorry, class of 2023.
Awesome. So how do you feel like you played today?
I feel like I played pretty good. I mean, whole team played well. It was definitely a statement to our league, you know, like coming in from a absolutely brutal off our out of conference games. It was good to come in and make a statement for sure.
Do you feel like the weather made much of an effect on you today? It's been pouring rain the whole game.
I mean, I know it didn't make an effect on us. We've been practicing in the rain a few times. Like, we know how to deal with it for sure. But I think even in like sunny, perfect weather, we would have beat that team.
Well, it certainly seems like it. So, tell me a little bit about how you played yourself. I feel like I heard your name come up quite a few times from the announcers.
I mean, I did score 5 or 6 touchdowns. Honestly, lost count. But so I feel like I played really well. I mean, I kind of just took. There weren't like long touchdowns, but yeah, definitely scored a few times.
So what position do you play?
We call it a B-back, but I would say it's like a fullback, just up the middle, like running back, you could say. Like, I mean, I had a few outside tosses today, but I'm mostly up the middle running.
Definitely seemed like you were doing a great job finding that little bit of a slot in their defensive line and pushing through.
Yeah, I mean, our line played amazing. They definitely stepped it up for this game, and it was great to see.
Well, moving forward into your next game this season, what are you guys looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to show up and continue succeeding and really like trying. You know, like we've had a few rough games, but it's good to like actually come out and play. Like, this is the Eagle Valley we know we are, for sure.
Do you think you guys did anything in practice moving towards this game that really set you guys up for success?
I think our practices were a lot more like strict, but like we were a lot more focused during practice, and we wanted to be there a lot more than previous weeks for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We are back with the Scoreboard here with the Eagle Valley Devils varsity football team, having just finished their defeat of Battle Mountain. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name is Maximus Jaramillo. I've played football my whole life, and I've played defense ever since a freshman here at Eagle Valley. So I can definitely say I can understand defense, and that's my favorite position out here. So.
And what year are you now?
What is that?
What year are you now?
I am a senior in high school.
Awesome. So you've been with varsity for 3 years, you said?
Yes, sir.
Oh, awesome, awesome. You feel like you're taking on a little bit of a leadership role in your senior year?
Definitely. My coach has pushed me really hard to take this role when I'm a pretty laid-back person, but I've definitely taken a step, I feel, coming into the senior year leading defenses, so I definitely say so.
And with the defensive line, what position do you play?
I play middle linebacker.
Awesome. Do you feel like you guys faced any particular challenges on defense today?
Clearly not. It's 54-6, so I wouldn't say so, but sometimes we just play ourselves on defense, but definitely not tonight. We had a lot of fun and we all made our assignments, so definitely say we played good.
Well, fantastic. Coming into the next game, who are you guys playing against?
Palisade.
Anything in particular you're worrying about coming into the game against Palisade?
They got just as bad as a record as us going into it. So I mean, it's anybody's league at this point, and we made a really good statement tonight going into league. So I'm really excited, and our whole team is. So let's do it.
As the defensive line, what are you guys working on in your practices this past week?
Nothing too crazy, but because this offense that we face. Everybody in the league plays it, so it's just getting down what we need to do, and that looking forward to next week, the same team that we will play runs this same offense and the following week, so we just got to get it done, get our plays right, and have fun.
Yeah, you guys definitely seem to be set up for a specific pattern there and ready for it every time.
Yep, coach definitely puts us in a good position, and he knows what he's doing, so.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
We are back on the Scoreboard here with the Eagle Valley Devils varsity football team. We've got one of their players with us now. Do you mind introducing yourself?
Yeah, my name is Joshua Bessette, and I play what we call like A-back, which is a flex slot receiver kind of. But, you know, we line up on the very edge of the tackle, and we just run tosses a lot. This is actually my first game back. I was in a pretty bad car wreck just about a month and a half ago. And they said I would never be able to play football, and I proved them wrong, and I'm still here, so.
Wow, could you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so it was like the last day of summer, and I went to go drop off some pallets for a campfire, just going camping with me and my friends, and I saw a deer and I flipped my Jeep, and I ended up staying in the hospital for 5 days, going through 3 surgery and losing 10% of my bicep.
So it was mostly an arm injury then?
Yeah, mostly an arm injury. I didn't break any bones or anything, which was very impressive in my opinion.
Yeah, that's awfully fortunate.
Yeah.
Though I hear the recovery can be a lot worse from soft tissue damage than from bones.
Yeah, I had to get a skin graft to cover up the missing skin that I lost, but the rehab's been going really well. Like I said, they didn't think I'd ever play football again, so, and I'm back just 6.5 weeks later.
Well, it's so great to see you back playing. Is there anything that you've been really focusing on to try and rehab your injury as you start moving forward into the season?
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing like a lot of like upper body stuff, like working on bicep curls and stuff like that. I have like 75% of the strength I did, and I'm just working at getting to that 85 to 90% range where they want me, so I can go play defense, which is where I usually play at.
And are you dealing with any sort of stiffness in that arm or anything?
Nah, I got full range of motion within 3 weeks of going to, or 3 days of going to physical therapy, so.
Well, that's really, really impressive. How do you feel like you played in your first game back?
I mean, it was a bit rough, I can't lie. I mean, you know, I'm kind of like out of shape. Being in the hospital for 5 days, you lose a lot of that. But I was just happy to be out there with my friends. Like, it's just such a like kind of surreal moment to be here and be playing today.
Well, the morale with the team certainly seems high moving into the next game here, and you guys definitely put up a statement on that scoreboard today.
Oh yeah, we definitely did, and I think like my partner said, like, it's anybody's league at this point, and I'm excited to see where this team can go because I think we could go pretty far.
Well, awesome. Well, I'll let you get out of this rain here. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
The Battle Mountain softball team is still in its first year of taking the bats and swinging. We had a chance to sit down with some of the team players and see how they feel about their season thus far and how they want to see it grow moving forward. So let's take a look at what they had to say.
We are here for the Scoreboard with Anya, one of the leaders of the Battle Mountain varsity softball team. Anya, what year are you in high school?
I'm a junior in high school.
Well, fantastic. Are you looking forward to continuing your softball career?
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to next season and having these amazing girls as my teammates.
So it's the team's first season, and how do you guys feel like things have been going for your very first season?
For our first season, I think we're doing great. I think we have positive minds, and I think everyone's just ready for the game.
You guys won your last game against Middle Park?
We did.
How do you feel
sure.
like that went?
I feel we have lucky numbers. Down in Aspen, we won 16, and Middle Park, we won 16 as well. So I think we have lucky numbers.
Yeah, lucky number 16,
Yes.
sounds like it. So you've been playing softball before the team started, or is this your first year playing?
My first year in the team. My family comes from history of baseball and softball, so I have thoughts on softball before. Yeah.
Thoughts on softball? Have you played before?
No, I just have. This is my first year.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
But you come from a bit of a baseball background, so you have some familiarity with the sport?
Yes.
Well, awesome. You played really well today.
Thank
Do you
you.
feel like there were any particular plays that jumped out?
I think I could have done better. We have this dilemma in our team. We give our 110%. I think I could have made my 110% today. I think it was not the best.
Do you feel like there was anything in particular where you fell short? Any plays or anything?
I think today was just, everyone was by themselves. Everyone was just doing their own thing, and I don't think we were a team today.
You think that the big delay since your last game was a factor in that?
Probably, yeah. We've been working hard in practice, but it's not the same coming out to pressure and coming from practice. So, yeah, I think that makes a lot of difference.
And I imagine it can be a little bit of a challenge to find a good schedule when the games keep getting delayed and pushed back due to
Yeah,
weather.
this weather is not helping us at all.
Feel like it had an impact on today's game?
Not really. The dirt was really good today. Yeah, thanks to the rain.
Nobody was feeling too cold, too stiff with the
We
weather?
were cold, but we got through it. Just
I'm definitely freezing wearing my little blanket here. Well, Anya, thank you so much for your time.
you.
Really appreciate it. Can't wait to see you play next season.
Thank you.
We are here with the Scoreboard with Mazzy, one of the players on the Battle Mountain girls softball team. It's your first season with the team, correct?
It is, yes.
And it's the team's first season.
Yep.
Rumor has it that you're a pretty important part of building team chemistry and leading the new program. Could you tell us a little bit about that? How you've really stepped up?
Well, I feel like as a senior, it was kind of my job to be a leader. No seniority, but just like being there for the other players. And I mean, I love these girls. I didn't know a lot of them at the start of the season, but I've got to know each and every one of them. And I love them. It's such an amazing team. And I mean, I don't want to take all the credit for the team chemistry that we have because these girls are just amazing and the coaches are amazing. And I think the family we've built is just so special.
Well, no relationship can be all one person, right? Especially not a team. But it definitely seems like the team's really coming together well, and there's a lot of great chemistry. What position do you play?
I play second, and I've also pitched a little bit.
And how long have you been playing softball?
This is my first year.
This is your first year, so you weren't involved
Yes.
with a club team or anything before joining the program?
No, this is actually my first sport that I've played in high school.
Awesome. Did you play anything before high school?
I did. I played lacrosse, and I also was a very avid dancer.
Awesome. Do you feel like any of those lacrosse or dance skills have helped translate into your new softball career?
Maybe. I don't notice anything specifically, but I mean, I guess maybe a little bit.
So, since you're a senior and it's your first year playing softball, what are your plans for for softball in the future? Are you gonna go play club, or are you gonna go try and play college?
I'm definitely looking into playing in college. I'm definitely looking at what kind of programs colleges have, because I would love to play in the future. So I guess we'll see.
Do you think you faced any particular challenges this season that you've had to overcome?
Definitely, I'm a novice, so learning the game was definitely a struggle. But I feel like actually playing the game and talking to coaches, talking to the umps have really helped me learn the game and know exactly what I need to do and where I need to be.
So if you had to pick one softball skill, like batting, catching, running, pitching, what would you say your best or favorite skill is?
I do really like catching and throwing, like getting the ball and throwing it to the next person. So yeah, I think that's my favorite part of the game.
Would you consider yourself a little bit more of a defensive player then than an offensive player?
Yeah, definitely a defensive. My batting is not as strong as other girls on the team, but again, this is my first year and I'm working hard to improve those skills.
Do you feel like there are more people who have played before, or more people who it's their first season playing softball?
I think for the most part, it's a lot of girls. This is their first season playing softball, and I'm just blown away by the improvement that we've all made.
So your most recent game against Middle Park, you guys won, right?
Yes, we won both varsity and JV.
How'd that feel?
It was amazing. I played in the JV game, and it was just the most amazing comeback.
Do you typically play with the JV team or the varsity team?
Yes, I'm a JV player.
Okay. Do you feel like there's much of a separation between the JV program or the varsity program? It seems like you guys are all pretty tight-knit, to me anyway, as an outsider.
Yeah, the coaches definitely really established that we are not two separate teams, varsity and JV, but we are one big family. And I mean, I've played in some varsity games, varsity players have been playing in some JV games, and we just really help each other out, and we really are just one team.
Awesome. Well, it's really impressive that you guys are able to field two full teams in a first-year program. That's fantastic, especially with the amount of energy and positivity coming together. It's been really great to see. Well, Maisie? Sorry, Maisie. Mazzie. I'm so sorry about that. Well, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. And good luck on your next game.
Thank you.
The Vail Mountain School soccer team has been on the move. They've not played a home game in the last 4 weeks. We had a chance to sit down with them, catch up on how all of those games went and how they're feeling as they're making their way towards the playoffs at the end of the month. Now, they're gearing up to try and make these playoffs, and we're sending them all of our best of luck to do so. But let's hear what they have to say.
Greetings, everyone. I'm here at the Vail Mountain School with Coach Jake Rainey. They just came home from a number of away games. Jake, how are you doing today?
Good. Yourself?
I'm doing good. There is a bit of rain, but your players are still out practicing today.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a big week coming up?
We absolutely do, yeah. So we had a huge away stretch, 5-6 games on the road, and then now we're coming back to finish our season with four games and a scrimmage at home. And yeah, we're going up against Tuesday, Summit, one of the top teams in 4A right now. Always a fun match because the boys usually know each other from skiing, and it'll be under the lights at their field. Really looking forward to that. Yeah. And then we have Friday, homecoming game against Coleridge. And we lost to Coleridge earlier this season. They just wanted it more than us, and so we're really ready for redemption, as well as it'll be a league game. So it comes down to us, Coleridge, and Roaring Fork for league. If we kind of take care of business then things will get really interesting with ties, and then it goes into all that stuff. So we're really looking for a strong performance on both those games coming.
Awesome. Summit is just beat Battle Mountain. They tied Eagle Valley, who are at the top of their league. They're probably second in their league overall. Why did you decide you wanted to place a much higher league school than what you guys are?
Yeah, so I mean, it kind of starts from last year. There was the closure at Glenwood Canyon. So we shifted leagues. We're now in the Western Slope 3A team, 3A league, sorry. And so that's, everyone from Aspen Valley and a few of the surrounding schools. But last year with that closure, we actually played locally. So we played Battle Mountain, Eagle Valley, Summit, Steamboat, and us. So it was a smaller league, but man, we absolutely relished the opportunity. Just, for playoffs, we were just so much more prepared, battle tested, playing up to their level. And we were in 3A last year, so even as a 2A school, being in 3A, playing up to 4A was just fantastic challenge, and we really, really enjoyed that. And our play just got so much better because of it. So similar opportunity this year. I'm really close with Joe Chuan, the coach over at Summit, and we wanted to play them because the boys really kind of got a rivalry going with them, being able to have them on the schedule, and we look forward to it again this year.
Oh, absolutely. They're an extremely tough opponent. I think they'll battle test you guys very well for the playoffs. Could you just go over some of what the highlights were from the away games you guys fought? Who was the best team you guys fought over there?
It's tough. I mean, it was such a long stretch and it's varying. Coleridge is really quality this year. They just don't have many weak spots, well coached, and their seniors, big senior class this year, really hungry to prove, because last year they got knocked out in the first round with an upset in playoffs, so I can imagine that kind of was a motivator for them going into the season. And then Roaring Fork as well. I think all three of us are kind of on that same page. Coleridge didn't end up beating Roaring Fork, but we also could have easily beat Roaring Fork, but we didn't, and they capitalized on their opportunities. And so it was really great to go to that, to play them at their field, and that, just that environment was also awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You guys are playing Coleridge this Friday for your homecoming game. Are you guys going to have a chance to play Roaring Fork again this season or no?
No, that's it. It was just one and done with league games. And because now we're in 2A for playoffs, we won't face any of those 3A teams we faced. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of tying up. I guess Coleridge is the only duplicate we'll face all season, just because we played them in their tournament, which is non-league, and now we get it when it matters for a true league game. So.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I really hope you guys do really well on Friday on your homecoming day. Looking into playoffs, do you guys feel like you will be prepared for the big state tournament or regional tournament that you guys are going to be facing off in?
Yeah, I mean, you have to be, right? I mean, it's going to come quicker than we know, and yeah, we got 4 official games left, I guess if you include them, and then we have the Battle Mountain fundraiser game against Battle Mountain, so it'll be great that we're going up against them because they're a great test as well, kind of a tune-up game before playoffs. But going into playoffs, I mean, we're currently the number 2 seed in 2A, really wanting that number 1 spot that we feel we deserve, right, if we keep finishing strong here. And just being in the top 4 seeds allows us to host, so we'll be able to have games here for the first 2 rounds of playoffs, which is really important. So the goal is just to get one of those top 4 seeds, but specifically that 1 seed to give us some home field advantage. And we feel absolutely we can win the state championship, but you still got to go out there, you still got to win the games, and you got to show up when it matters. So that's the focus coming into this last month.
Oh, absolutely, and that's probably why you guys are out here in the rain practicing today, trying to prep for all your games today. Well, I wish you the best of luck in your coming season, and I can't wait to experience more home games here, especially now that the leaves are changing behind us. The fire on the mountainside is definitely coming down. So, thank you very much, Jake. You guys are doing great so far this season, and I can't wait to see what you guys have in the future.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Us too.
Awesome.
We're looking forward to it.
Thank you very much.
That's all the time that we have for this episode of The Scoreboard. If you have any story ideas that you would like to see us bring to life, you can reach us at scoreboard@tv8vail.com, and we cannot wait to hear from you. As always, if you've missed any of the content, check out our website at thescoreboardnation.com. I've been your host, Maddie Evans, and I can't wait to see you next time right here on The Scoreboard.